Yo, people, what's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football, and I'm back again with another video. And today, what we're going to be doing, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a World Cup daily roundup. And we're going to be talking about all the games. We're going to be talking about Iran, England. We're going to talk about Senegal, Netherlands, and we're going to be talking about USA, Wales. As you guys already know, the score lines are down below, and England won their game 6-2. It was a crazy game in the sense that England were up 3-0 halftime, and Iran ended up scoring a goal eventually, and England just kept getting goals in. It was a situation where England were just on fire today, and Iran couldn't stop them. And luckily, Iran got the penalty to end the game to kind of make it a little bit more flattering, because 6-1 would have been an embarrassing scoreline. So 6-2 makes it a little bit better, but it's still pretty bad. Netherlands, on the other hand, woo! Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, Senegal were no match for Netherlands, and Netherlands, for 84 minutes of the game, it was a game for the purists. It was not that good of a game. And then guess what? 2 goals banged in at the end by Netherlands, and they just showed their quality. That ball from Frankie de Jong for the header for Gakpo, woo! That was beauty. It was a beautiful goal. And then Wales, USA dominated Wales for the first couple minutes of game. But we're going to get into more of it, and we're going to talk about more of it, because somehow Gareth Bale got man of the match, and it was just a sham at the end. But we got Gunnar Souls in the house, OG in the house, and we got Stateside Footy making his debut on the channel. Big up to Stateside Footy. And we got more people jumping in throughout the stream. Everyone in the chat, hope you guys are well. Big up George, big up Canadian Gunnar, big up AFC Omar. Mr. Hall here always keeps saying, Iga, are you English? I am not English. If you don't know by now, I'm Canadian, but I've always had an affinity for France. But the fact that Canada's in the World Cup for the first time in my lifetime, I don't know what to do. So I'll figure it out, hopefully. M's in the cut. Big up M. Guys, don't forget to like the goddamn video while you guys are here. We got M in the house saying Pulisic was like, don't mess around with me, dog. Yeah, Pulisic was on a mad one today. You must have loved that Stateside. But yeah, we're gonna you know what? Let me introduce the panel. But before I do that, I'm just gonna go to Stateside, since it's the first time. You guys have seen OG before. You've seen my guy Gunnar Souls before. Stateside, let people know where you're from, who you support club-wise, and of course, everyone knows what country you're supporting with the name Stateside. But yeah, let me talk. How you doing?
I'm doing good. My name is Noah, but I go by Stateside Footy. You can see here, I'm an Atlanta United fan. I'm wearing the Atlanta United jersey, of course, too. Obviously, also USMNT as well. I've got my Pulisic poster back there as well. Being an Arsenal fan, it's kind of weird having a Pulisic poster, but he was the best player we had for a while. So, he was obvious one to go for there. But I'm from Atlanta. Went to school here, raised here, lived here my entire life. So that's kind of it. Recently got into the sport. I played baseball all my life, which obviously is what it is. But I just read the comment. He has the Pulisic accent, of course. So I played baseball all my life. 2018, when I graduated high school, World Cup was going on, and I was driving a lot that summer. So I was literally had my phone like set up with a stream of the games. And that's when I got into the sport, was watching it then. And they also had the MLS All-Star game in Atlanta that season. So I got into it through there. And obviously Atlanta had a good team at the time. Not so much anymore.
Whew. Okay, so we're going to go now to Gunnar Souls. Gunnar Souls, who you repping for the World Cup, man? We already know what club you support. What were you saying for the World Cup? Who you repping?
It's England or Messi, innit? That's what I've said to everyone. If England don't win it, Messi has to win it. I don't care about Argentina. Don't care if they get happy. They can have their little celebration. But I just need this. There is no debate, but I just need the debate to end. So either it's coming home or Messi's the unified GOAT. So that's it.
Okay. And Gunnar, and what about you? What about you, my guy, OG?
Yo, man. Bruv. Obviously I put Morocco first and foremost in the motherland, but I got a little affinity for England, born and raised in streets, right? No, but for real though, I'm all here for Morocco. I'm hoping we finish second. and somehow, you know, we qualify. Hopefully, Eto is right. You know, we got the finals.
Nah, Eto's a madman. Eto's a madman. But you guys must have loved the fact that Eto predicted a Cameroon.
I was
Morocco
shocked,
final.
bruv. I was like, my
That's
Chelsea
nuts.
legend.
Don't claim him. Now Everton fans are gonna claim him.
Nah,
Everton
like,
too. Yeah, big up Thomason in the house. Man said you got that Pulisic accent. Yeah, man. People are looking forward. Come on, Ghana. Let's beat Portugal. I don't know if you guys are gonna beat Portugal, man. Let's see. Let's see what Ghana's up to. But yo, Matt, after you get that sip of water, let's talk, bro. Who you supporting for the World Cup, man?
Listen, we've got to support our boys, man. It's coming home. It's coming home. Nah, jokes aside, you know what? Like, obviously, being in England, got to support England, but I think it's one of them tournaments where everyone's expecting Brazil, but I feel like it could be anyone, even Portugal. But Argentina, for me, are the one where I feel like good form and they could really light up. We'll see tomorrow, innit? We'll see.
All right, big up. Big up. Okay, let's get this show started, people. Jokes aside, we got to get started with the England game. As you guys already know, England won 6-2. And in my opinion, it was a game where I thought Iran were never going to get on the goal sheet. But immediately when they got their first shot, they got a goal. What was it, 3-0 at the time or 4-1 at the time? So I just feel like England, even though they won the game convincingly, it was a little bit scary, the fact that they conceded 2 goals in this game. Although Iran is not no slouch. They are 20th in the world. So I don't know. What do you guys take away from this game defensively? And what do you take away from the game offensively? Because it was amazing. And I can't even forget to mention Bukayo Saka, how good he was. Jude Bellingham, how good he was. Raheem Sterling getting on the score sheet. Coming off the bench and being the fastest World Cup goal scorer ever, Marcus Rashford. And the one thing I see on the timeline is every fan base is eating but Liverpool. But they're claiming Jude Bellingham. I can't even do it anymore. It's just too funny. But yeah, I'll start with you, Gunnar Souls. What are you saying, bro?
Hey, yo, someone defos, yeah, did like, you know, the Freaky Friday thing where they shift bodies. That was some techie football on display by England, you know. Southgate got these man playing football, you know. Did you see some of those like one-touch football goals? Yo, I was like, yo, where did this one come from? But you know what? It is Iran, so we need to keep it in context and not. They are a good side. They're one of those teams which they won't do anything, but they're very good defensively. You've also got to understand when Argentina in the 2016 World Cup, when they got to the final, Iran were one of the teams that could have actually got them out of the groups. So, yeah, you've got to respect Iran and what their sort of traditions in the World Cup have been. And defensively, you could see they literally had 10 men back and just wanted to absorb the pressure, which is why this win for me is more impressive than anything, because one of the things that we get criticized as, like, you know, sort of like football in Southgate's time is we're too defensive. But to be able to beat such a defensive-minded team, especially 6 goals, and then for your bench options to come on, and the football seemed no different, and that's a compliment. I'm not saying it in a dissing way that they came on and did nothing. It's more of it just seamless. Like, we made 4 substitutions, attacking players. Grealish came on, Foden came on, Rashford came on, and then obviously even Callum Wilson came on, and you could see no quality drop-off. That's one of the biggest criticisms I feel like England's had. Again, we are basing this on one game, but it's always been the case when we make changes, our team seems to start. You can tell we've made changes. But if you were to watch those two, like, sort of pre-change and post-change, and not know the changes were made and gave them the same tops and everything, you wouldn't be able to tell that these are different players. And that's the biggest compliment to the team I can pay. So hopefully, like, moving forward, that's the same. I hope he doesn't now go into a shot. I can understand teams that are more superior to us. We go into a 5-back, but I want to see more of this sort of 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 sort of pseudo formations, because it really does suit us. And I feel like that starting 11 is probably the most balanced. Yes, there's criticisms of whether Mount should play, Foden should play, but I feel that starting 11 is the most balanced I've seen. And I did criticize it a little bit. I was like, why are these certain players playing? But when you look at Stones and Maguire, perfect pairing, because one's more destructive, one's more sort of a sweeper type, and that's sort of the way the modern game's going. Pickford, you know, does his business for England. Bar the pace, Trippier's a perfect right back. phenomenal player in my opinion, but he's just a bit slow. But that's more age than anything. Luke Shaw actually had a decent game in my opinion, so I like it. I like what we're doing. I want Phillips to get fit just because there are certain games in the tournament which suit him more than having Bellingham and Rice. I feel like they complement each other, but we do need something in those bigger games. So I'm looking forward to it, man. USA and Wales, man. That's going to be exciting. That's when the real test begins.
USA Wales. USA Wales already took place.
No, but it's a derby thing, innit? It's a rivalry. There's like not a hatred, but there's a.
You mean England? You mean England Wales?
That's what he meant.
Even
Yeah.
USA, even America. Like we're friendly, but we're not friendly at the same time. There's a bit of a power thing in it. There's like a we're better than you. You need, or like America keeps saying we need them to protect us and all this shit. Fuck off. Yeah, we're gonna beat you at football. Stop calling it soccer. Yeah, like the dead thing there. Yeah, you man throw this ball around with your hands and you call it football. Come on now. Yeah, that's where the rivalry is, in it. So
okay.
I had to do that, by the way. I don't hate America.
Stateside. Yeah. Your stateside. What do you think of England? I know you're playing them next. What do you think of England?
To be honest,
are you worried, by the way?
I'm a little worried just because, just like England's worried about their manager messing things up for him, I've got the same concerns about Greg Berhalter. So we have Giovanni Reina, Dortmund player, star. He's going to be a star. Like, let's face it.
We'll see.
Stays on the bench. We bring on Jordan Morris, an MLS player. He says he brought him on so he could get some speed and power. What part of 2 ACL injuries sounds like speed and power? I didn't really get that. He's had 2 ACL injuries. He's played for Seattle for close to a decade, and it was embarrassing that that's who we went to in that situation. Last sub of the game, and we have Giovanni Reina staying on the bench. It felt pretty embarrassing.
Bring it back quickly to the UK to the US. Bring it back a little bit from the US. We're going to talk about them later. Bringing it back to England. What do you think about the England game?
England. I mean, I was impressed by them. I mean, everybody slates Harry Maguire, but he's always been good for England, and I was very impressed with the game he had. I think that game went very under the radar for him, just because everybody likes to slate him. Nobody wants to give him props now because they've been talking bad about him for the past 6 months to a year. And I think that, that performance for him people need to take note of that when they see him in the team sheet, even for Manchester United. They need to recognize that. And then Jude Bellingham. I mean, our midfield is very good. I'm very happy with our midfield of McKennie, Musa, and Adams. Very happy with that midfield, playing 2 8s and a 6. But I think England's midfield is just going to boss us. I honestly think that because that's probably our strongest part on the field is our midfield. But Bellingham, Rice, Mount, you put Foden in there instead. Mount, I think, offers probably a little bit more coming back. And that's probably why Southgate went with Mount over Foden. But I think whether you put Foden or Mount there, I could see it getting ugly in the midfield, especially with McKennie having a yellow card already. He's going to have to be careful so he doesn't get suspended for the Iran match. Same with Dest. I imagine having Sterling run at Dest. And I think Anthony Robinson will do all right. I love Saka. I think he's going to perform well, but I hope that Anthony Robinson can keep him quiet.
I don't know if anyone's going to be able to keep Saka quiet after the performance he had. Yo, Prime, you there? Just double checking. Are you there? Yeah, he's probably there. He's just on his just muted. Matt, take it away, bro. Talk about our star boy. What do you think about the game, bro? You must have loved it.
I was loving it. Listen, just like you go, come on, Arsenal fan, we love it, man. You know what I mean? So it was good, man. 2 goals from Saka. I feel like England played real well. I think at the beginning I was kind of thinking, I felt that they were a bit slow. But you could see once they got that 1 goal, everything changed. And you could see Iran after that were lost. We saw that with the whole goalkeeper shenanigans. We'll get into that later, I'm sure. But they literally just didn't know what to do. They couldn't handle us. And I think it was Sauls that said, we brought the subs on. And this is the first time I've seen Gareth Southgate make subs at the right time. It was perfect to bring them on because you could see as soon as he brought them on, the pace of Rashford, I think he scored with his first touch. And they made a difference, and Grealish scored after coming off. And it's one of them games. Listen, I'm not getting excited saying we're going to go on and batter teams, and I still expect the Wales and US game to be close. I think the Wales one is not going to be as clear-cut as everyone thinks. It's because there's that rivalry. We saw it in the Euros previously. When we had to wait till last minute to beat them. USA as well. I think they beat us in the World Cup way back. So listen, anything can happen. But listen, we started well, 6-2. I'm just disappointed with the 2 goals we conceded. I still feel like going on, we have to defend a lot better against the better teams.
You know, you can back your team a little bit more. You don't have to be apprehensive.
No, you know what? Listen, I backed them to their heels and back for the Euros, and my heart was broken. So I'm just holding myself together, you know.
No. We'll top the league. We'll top our table and all that in it because one of the teams call it Saka, so they're already done in it. One of them's got Kiefer Moore up front, bro. Like, what are you gonna do?
And Wales' best players are old Bale, like
Kiefer Moore. I mean, he was the game changer for Wales today. I mean, he came on and we had to take all of our attention off Bale. I mean, Tim Ream, the first half, pretty much pocketed Bale the entire first half. And they made that sub for Dan James. I mean, they were trying to just beat us in a foot race. And we managed to stop a lot of those over-the-top balls before they even got on the end of it. And felt like once they brought on, somebody with some size, some physicality, it was really difficult to handle.
So you guys think Wales, watching that game, Wales USA, we're kind of all over the place a little bit right now. I want to stay on the England game a little bit longer, but when it comes down to it, OG, how far do you guys really think England will get before we move on?
Honestly, now the way they played now, I think they get to the semis. Like they've got a good balance, man. I mean, the way I foresaw the table, that they'll draw the second team in next group, so they'll win that game easy. It's either the quarterfinals, and I think they'll get over that hump unless it's like an Argentina. All I'm saying is that Chelsea need to get Bellingham and Rice. We need both of them, fam. You know what I'm saying? That's a good middle there.
Your boys are not getting him. Your boys
it's a lot of money. We got the money.
Let's be honest. Let's keep it on club. Let's keep it away from club football for a second, guys. Well, who was your, besides Bukayo Saka, right? And this whole England situation with Bukayo Saka, is he world class? Because everyone's disputing Bukayo Saka's level. And the reason why I ask is because some people will say yes, some people will say no. Personally, Bukayo Saka, for me, I think he's top level, but he's not world class yet because he hasn't been doing it for enough time. But some people will say, you know what? The way that he's performing right now, he's performing at a world class level, and he's performing at some of the best at his level. Like, let's be honest. We just spoke about Jude Bellingham being 19. Bukayo Saka's what, 21? So it's like he's not that far off. Only 2 years older, and he's performing at this top level. So what do you guys think about Bukayo Saka today? And is he one step closer to that world class status that everyone's been looking at to give him?
Close. Look, he's a world-class talent, and I don't think anyone disputes that. I just feel like when you want to become world-class, unless you're doing Messi, Ronaldo shit, you can't be world-class at 21. Because you've got to be, for me, you've got to be record breakers. Like, you've got to be a phenomenal talent to be world-class at 21. Because we've seen it before. Like, this is not throwing shade at the likes of Foden, Bellingham, Saka, but we've seen young talents do what they're doing and then just drop off. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I feel in the modern game, we throw the world-class status around way too quickly and way too soon for players. And we need to just calm it down. I feel like there's still got to be some form of standard before you give world-class to people. They've got to win major honors. They've got to win. Like, they've got to get their team through the absolute mud on their own before they can, exemplify that. For me, like, there's not very many world-class players in the modern game, let alone Saka being one of them. So I've got a very strict and high standard for world-class. And at the moment, it's impossible for him to reach that right at this age. I need to see it for at least 4 to 5 seasons. And hopefully he can get us over the line for a major honours, whether it's for England or Arsenal. He needs to do that as well before you can label that.
I think his outputs need to be like Mbappe levels before people start considering world class at this age.
No, that's the modern day GA obsessed fans. You don't need GA to be world class, in my opinion.
Okay.
He'll get that if he was at a French league.
Hold on. So you're saying everyone in the French league, it's easy?
If you're world class, it's easy. The league's not that difficult.
Okay, fair enough. Guys, let's move away from the England game because it kind of seems like there's not much that hasn't been said. Anything that hasn't been said that you guys want to touch on the England game?
No.
I would say one thing is just I thought Iran was going to be. I know they're ranked 20th. I thought they were going to be much more lackluster. I mean, that first half of them was very flat, but once they started, I mean, their ability in front of the goal was pretty good, pretty solid, I think. And once they actually got into those spaces, I mean, they put 2 away. Obviously, one of those being a penalty, but I mean, you still got to score the penalty. But I think it was looking at Iran, that's not as guaranteed of 3 points, I think, especially for Wales and the US.
Yeah, I've got one question to the panel here, which covers kind of all 3 games. So it's been announced that 45 minutes worth of injury time was added on today on the 3 games. What do we feel about this, and would we want to implement this in the major leagues?
Hell no. I think it's nonsense. Like I think the Iran one.
Implement the extra time.
Yeah, like today out of all 3 games,
extra
time, 45 minutes worth of added time was given across the 4 games. 3 games.
Yeah, I seen that. Like it was 14 minutes first half extra time, like
10 minutes
extra
and
time
9
was
minutes. Yeah.
I don't think they would ever bring that to what do you call it, European sports, because fans would get upset.
I don't forget if they will do it, but would you want it? That's what I'm asking.
If your team's up by like 5 goals, why would you want that? Even as an opponent, why would you want that? 14 minutes of humiliation.
I mean,
no, I'm not talking like I'm just saying general, not specific scenarios. I'm talking just generally. Would you want these sort of levels of added time on?
But the whole point of it is to stop people from what do you call it? Time wasting. If it works, then yes. But if it's not going to work, then what's the point? Eventually, it's going to get reversed. The whole reason why they tested on the World Cup. They test all these things on the World Cup. If you guys don't remember, they tested VAR on the World Cup. I think they tested online technology originally on the World Cup. So I get your point, bro. But this whole thing, 14 minutes at a time, it's not the way
I
to go.
liked it. I'm not gonna lie, I quite enjoyed it.
I thought it was pointless. I thought Iran wanted the game to end.
Yeah.
See, I think there needs to be some discretion. If it's out of reach, if it's 4-goal, 5-goal deficit going into extra time, maybe smack off a few minutes. But there also you have Wales time wasting as well as the US. Both teams were time wasting at one point, and then you had 9 minutes added on, and then I think 3 of those minutes were still wasted during extra time, and so they had to play an extra minute. But I think it's a good thing for certain games, but like at the same time, it's like some of those like just put the team out of their misery.
Mm-hmm.
No, I hear that. Definitely thinking, in my opinion, it won't benefit in the long term. Maybe if culture changes, people will get used to it. But like it would take years for people to get used to it. Look at how long it takes people just to get used to goal line technology. Like I remember when goal line technology was like, yo, what the hell? But then now they're like, after the ghost goal and all those other situations, they're like, yeah, we need that. We need that. You know what I mean? Imagine if, but yeah, Fergie time. People were complaining about that. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
So, it's a situation. OG, what are you saying? You don't care, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think they should put like a rule where maximum they can add is 10 minutes, unless something really crazy happened, like 3-4 injuries and all day long. But 14 minutes, there was no need for that. And it's just it was a coincidence in the other games as well. Mount is best suited, yeah. I mean, but yeah, it's just a bit of a crazy one. They just added extra time. They're doing it in the Premier League more. Like the minimum average added time on the Premier League games is 5 minutes this season. You guys don't notice that?
Bro, I noticed that. They've been doing this thing where they give like I've been seeing almost every game has like 5 minutes or something like that. It's been happening, but never to 14. That's crazy. We played 57 minutes of first half for the England-Iran game. 57 minutes. Yeah, enough about that, guys.
There was a percussion thing, though, innit? So,
no, I hear that. Let's now move over to the USA game, okay? because I know my guy stateside has a lot to say. He's got a lot to get off his chest. But I'll tell you this: how Bale got man of the match in this game, I will never understand. Like, I don't know about you guys, but a penalty is not worth the equivalent of a team bossing you from joining the game. Like, I don't know if any of you guys disagree with me, but that was not deserving of man of the match. He literally only got the penalty. Yes, the penalty was the equalizer, and it was a really good penalty. And yes, he earned the penalty by getting fouled. But like, let's be real. But the USA dominated that game. You would have probably either given it to Pulisic or somebody else in the USA team. I just felt like I felt like the Wales team kind of just smashed and grabbed the point. You guys disagree?
No, I agree. I was shocked he got that man of the match. I just saw a picture after when he was holding the award. I was like, huh? What? I was like, nah. But you know what? Like you said, it was a proper smash and grab. I know a lot of people are a bit doubtful about US. I'm sure the US supporter himself will expand further. But I was very impressed with what I saw. I feel they look very fit, very athletic. They were just dominating Wales. And I feel like when they scored that first, had they have scored a second, that was it. Game would have been done. But the longer it went 1-0, you kind of felt, they were going to get something and somehow Gareth Bale would be involved. But, they really did impress me. And I liked the guy who used to be at Arsenal years. Yusuf. Quality player. Very, very good player. I really liked him. And there's some other players. Timothy Ware I thought was good. But I think Pulisic had a very good game. Like, I know when he's at Chelsea, people say he's this and that. But I feel like he really put in a proper captain's performance.
Well, I big up Pulisic, man. I'm not one of his haters, man. I feel like if you give him more chances, if you give him more minutes, eventually his GA will go up and just his general gameplay. Bro, he's good, man. He's good. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're on a witch hunt, bro. So everyone's getting the blame.
You know what? It's not a coincidence. Going back to the England game, Sterling puts in a good performance. Pulisic puts in a good performance for USA. Mason Mount puts in a good performance. This is what's going on at Chelsea, bro. Because
Kai Havertz next.
But let me throw this out, guys. USA, who impressed you the most for USA? Because I'm not gonna lie, I watched USA's football today, and before we go to stateside, just from the other guys who don't watch USA football too much, this is the first time I sat down and watched them since the Gold Cup, and they're playing some good football. I thought because they're facing lesser opposition in North America that they were doing this, but for them to do it against Wales on the big stage, let's see what they can do against England on Friday. But they look like they're dominating possession. They look like they weren't just looking to counterattack the whole time. When they needed to be direct, they were direct. They held on to possession a lot at the time. And why not? USA still qualified. Bale is very good at his old age. Big up Night Raider. I don't agree. I think Bale played too wide. Interesting takes there. But yeah, I just felt like USA were just dominant in that first half. And maybe they slowed down in the second half. But were you guys impressed by USA football? Because I was.
Yeah.
No? Everyone's just impressed.
I was. I thought the defender was decent.
Did you expect this stateside as a United States fan?
I mean, if I were to write a script of how our game would have gone, this is pretty much how I would have said it would have gone. We did the same thing in qualifying. We would get out to a lead, especially on the road. We were terrible on the road. I think we got one win on the road, and it was against Honduras during qualifying. Most of it was draws or a couple losses. And the team comes out, we get a goal early, and then we just kind of play flat the second half and either end up drawing the game or maybe pulling out a win. But it's pretty much been the story of qualifying, so I'm not really surprised by that. I think we played very well. For me, man of the match, I think he won the U.S. man of the match, Tyler Adams. I mean, he played outstanding. And, I mean, he's been doing it for Leeds as well. And I've rated him since he was at Leipzig, and he wasn't getting minutes at Leipzig. I always knew he was going to play, going to do well when he got that Premier League move, just because, I mean, he's quick. He always has his head up looking for the pass. I mean, just a quality DM.
1 second. Does anyone agree with this comment? USA played awful football. I watched the game. I thought they were playing good.
Caden's definitely not talking about their game today, boy, because because they were good today. They were good.
I don't know. I thought I thought they played good football. Anyways, guys, let's just move on to the last game before we do the predictions for the next couple games. Senegal, Netherlands. I don't think there's much to really write home about this game. Gakpo put in a good performance. Senegal looked terrible without.
Gakpo wasn't good. Let's not cap, man. He scored a goal.
Gakpo got a goal from a beautiful ball, and it's like he's the only person who actually was threatening the whole game from their attack. Let's be honest. Their attack was woeful. Mendy saved their day, giving them 2 goals in one sense. But the only reason why I said Gakpo saved the day because he got the opening goal for them. Yes, it was from a good ball from Frankie de Jong. But let's be honest, that goal didn't seem like it was coming until that goal happened. It was a game for people like football purists. Let's be honest. The technical ability in the game was amazing, but everything else was pretty poor. Yo, OG, you're laughing. Why?
No, because bro, I swear out, I feel like Mendy, he flopped, man. He could have done something better. So,
bro, he flopped twice. That was terrible. That was one of the worst.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's not like it's because of him they flop. It's not because Holland are some sick team. Bro, I was shocked that they even struggled like that against this injured Senegal team. But it is what it is. Another Chelsea goalkeeping problem.
What's wrong with Chelsea right now? Be honest. I don't get it. Is Mendy done mentally, or is it just a purple patch? Was he never that good? Like, what is it?
It's one or the other. Either he was playing beyond his abilities for a while, some kind of Tuchel magic, and then after the AFCON, it all left him like that, or either something mental did happen outside his life, and he just can't play to the level he was playing before, and he wants a new contract that he really doesn't deserve the figures that he wants.
Okay, so it might be a financial dispute. Anyways, guys, you guys can take any approach on this. Gunnar Souls, what do you think about that game? I know you probably watched it.
Yeah, it was all right. I didn't really enjoy it. I just thought it was one of those. It was like Qatar, and it was at the opening game, and it was like, yeah, it was on, so we watched it. But it wasn't anything to ride home about. It wasn't fun to watch. It wasn't enjoyable. It wasn't like, oh my god, Netherlands could do something. They look like a bunch of pensioners, man. Like, think about it. This team didn't have Sadio Mane, and they let Senegalese football look good. Their main man's gone. Their main man's not even playing, and you made them look all right for at least 45 minutes. I'm like, come on now. You're the Dutch football. You're the pioneers of modern-day football. And you're not even pioneering. You're not footballing at the minute. Come on now. Like how have you got like just it was literally Frankie de Jong and Inshallah. This is why I'm not giving Gakpo any credit, because all Gakpo needed to do was just jump and put Mendy off, and de Jong would have scored that. Mendy wasn't getting that even if Gakpo touched it. So it don't matter. You got a lucky goal. The thing is, I'm a Gakpo rider, yeah. Like, I like the guy. I think he's a good player, but no, it wasn't a good performance. It was a goal. That's it. Whatever you want to say about a goal, cool. But then you got to praise Bale, innit? Because he won the penalty and scored it. So, yeah, man of the match was worthy if you're going to say Gakpo had a good game. But, yeah, I think the Netherlands sort of fear factor at the moment isn't there. And it's a bit like Dyke this season, innit? It's a bit of an aura, I think. It's all it is. Like Hussam says, innit? It's the perfume. That's it. There's nothing else. So, that's all it is for me, man. Like, but I'll be honest, yeah, I'm going to give, I know they lost, but I'm going to give Senegal a lot of credit, because coming into the World Cup to lose your main man and to still put in, I think, a decent performance. And like Ismail Assar, man, what the fuck is he doing in the Championship? How has no one in the Premier League gone, Sar's in the Championship? Like, come on now, that's a bargain to be had there. Do you know, like, even we could do with him. Like, that's the levels I'm talking, like a top 6 team. I'm not saying Saka, but just someone in the squad to fill in and like bring on his pace, his directness, and he's actually quite clinical as well. I do think he's quite a good finisher. So, yeah, man, it was a good game for the level it's at, but neither one of them are going to do anything in the World Cup. So it's one of them. You're on mute.
I'm just going to start by saying this. Netherlands starting goalkeeper was a backup his whole career, and he started his first game in the World Cup, and boom, gets a clean sheet. I didn't even know he was starting, to the point where I had other...
Like 6 saves as well. I remember.
I had other Netherlands goalkeeper as my as one of my players in my fantasy team. I took an L there. This guy got this start, and he got a clean sheet. I knew Netherlands goalkeeper, no matter what, was going to get a clean sheet, though. And Gakpo did well. Van Dijk's first ever international tournament. Imagine, first ever international tournament. Netherlands haven't been in a World Cup since 2010. They've
Man.
haven't been in a Euros since when? Also, like it's been a long time since these
Yeah.
guys have competed in an international tournament. Netherlands is considered one of the best countries internationally because they've been to so many finals. But realistically, the last couple of years they've been terrible. So it's like this is their first win since 2010 in the international stage for in the World Cup. It's crazy to think. Yo, what do you think? What do you think, bro?
Uh,
Stacy. Oh
so
shit, Monty's in the house. He's in Qatar. The man is here calling in from Qatar. What
Oh
the
no
hell?
way!
What's going on, Monty?
Was good, man. Was good.
Talk to me, man.
There you
Hey,
go.
today, hey, listen, quick little update for the people. Obviously, as you know, I was out. I'm in Qatar right now. You've been saying I went to the game today, Senegal, Netherlands. Look at my new screensaver.
Jeez.
That's lit. That is lit.
Oi.
Okay. Talk to me, bro.
Focus.
Tell us how was your experience going to the game?
Oh my, unbelievable, unbelievable. Everything you've been seeing, everything you've been seeing in the news, BS, absolute BS. Like I saw an article yesterday on Twitter where like someone's like it's awkwardly quiet for the opening day of the World Cup. BS, is lies. Like there's two main fan parks in the center of Doha, and then you have a couple scattered around like the outskirts. You get me? And there's the main one is called Al Bida Park. Bro, you couldn't. It was impossible to get in. Full capacity within like I'm saying how many minutes, bro? It was crazy. And honestly, today I lied. Tell them, tell them, tell them. I've been screaming Gakpo's name. Gakpo, that's my guy. But as a tournament as a whole so far, like I've been so impressed with Qatar. Like honestly, like this is I have never gone to a World Cup, and they have really shown great hospitality. And like for example, this is something so small, but in the grand scheme of things, it's massive. So like obviously when you come to the World Cup, you have to have like a visa card. It's called a hire card. So it's basically it's your all access all area card as a fan. You have to apply in order to get into the country and watch games and stuff. So I got mine obviously. When you land at Doha International Airport and you go through customs and borders, as soon as you exit and you before you go outside of the airport, there's two stands, one Vodafone stand and one local like Qatari network stand, and they give you 2022 minutes, 2022 texts, and 2022 megabytes of data as for free. They say here's your welcome pack basically, and I like it's small gestures like that that really like gets me because obviously I'm not from Qatar. I need a new number, like WhatsApp, like FaceTime doesn't work here like that. WhatsApp doesn't work here like that. So like they have to have VPN, bro. Like they really like hospitality is amazing, and I can't lie, like I'm going to a lot of games, and honestly, today was my first game. I swear I'm lost words. I swear, like it's crazy, like it's crazy.
Yo, I just got this picture right here on your Twitter. Literally you at the game. Honestly, it must be an amazing experience. Because of course
Bro,
the game was pretty dead up until the 84th minute. But as long as you
it
guys
was,
won,
it really. The first half was, bro. We were bad. I'll be very honest. We were bad, bro. It
yo,
was
you're killing it.
amazing, honestly, and like surprisingly, I was pretty surprised by this. There was more Senegalese fans in the stadium, like Senegal fans, whether you're Senegalese, African, or a local, basically, or whoever. Like there was, obviously, I was recording outside the stadium, like for my own channel, and there was these three Irish girls, and they were all wearing Senegal tops. One had Mane at the back, one had Koulibaly at the back, one had
They hate
Bismillah.
England. You know that. Irish don't
Huh?
care.
Bro, yeah, but I asked him why are you supporting, like what's with Senegal, like what's is there a catch, like what's up? They're like nah, like they've been to Senegal. It's like, oh, and like there's so much love for Senegal, and to be fair, in the game they were actually very good. Like Holland, like Netherlands, us, we didn't turn up until like the last 10 minutes of the game. 5 minutes of 90 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes of extra time. I swear, because we were poor. And like, I feel like today, there's certain guys that can never touch the 11 for the rest of the tournament, i.e. Delict. Don't touch my lineup. Another one, Janssen, please.
Oh.
Go, I don't know. Please leave him.
He missed
I
the
don't
sitter,
understand.
that guy.
Huh?
No, it wasn't him. It was De Jong messed up. He messed up the best chance in the opening half.
Oh yeah, it was him and Blint. Blint had a chance as well on the far left. He cut in. He should have shot, but he took another touch.
You know who your man of the match was? It was Mendy.
Everyone says that, but like, no. I hear you guys. Yeah, but I think obviously when you're at the game, there's a specific, like, you look at certain things differently. It's not TV anymore, innit? Honestly, I'm not joking. Mendy barely had anything to do. And I feel like what the issue with Mendy isn't the fact that he might have cost Senegal the game, it's his concentration levels. Because as a goalkeeper, if nothing's happening for 85 minutes, bar maybe one roller that you're just having to claim or one, little sweeper run, the whole game he did nothing. So for me, it's like, was good. But like the entire
mic is very loud, so I'm just gonna mute you. Anyways, go ahead. Don't worry.
The entire game he did nothing apart from the end of the game. So for me, it's like our goalkeeper was the busier goalkeeper, and when you're a busy goalkeeper, you're normally on your toes.
Bro, you better go to the Qatar Netherlands game. There's gonna be bare goals. You guys are gonna.
Bro, I'm going to. That's the last game I'm going to before I go back to the States, innit? I said to all my peoples, I want minimum 9-10 goals. I need a World Cup record that day. I swear.
That would be mental. Anyways, guys, we got Prime here, and one second. We got Prime and Steve here who haven't said a word yet. Prime, you there?
My bad.
Prime. No, Prime's not there. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Sorry.
Talk to me, bro. What do you think about England? I know you don't like England.
No, I don't like England. I rate Saka. Everyone knows that.
Okay.
Great result for them, but England fans shouldn't get too carried away because at the end of the day, it is Iran. You're not going to play like this against every other side or against the bigger sides. But it is good confidence going forward.
All right, what do you think about USA? The Wales.
USA dominated the game and they probably should have won. But they don't have. They need better forwards, and they probably need a better manager. To be fair.
Yep, that's issue number one.
But good resilience from Wales, I guess, in the second half, and Bale, Bale is clutch, and he always sets up when needed.
Yeah. Your mic is extremely loud, Steve. Try speaking now.
Yeah. Also, Mendy, right? No. I'm glad that not just Chelsea fans, the whole world.
I don't think your mic's connected.
What's up?
Sorry, yeah.
Just 1 second. I don't think your mic's connected properly. Just check if it's connected properly because we're getting it's not working properly. Anyway,
check your settings and make sure it's the Yeti that's connected. I think that's the Yeti.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Go ahead, bro.
Also, Mendy, I'm happy that not just Chelsea fans, the whole world sees what I have said about Mendy since the second he joined this football club. When we were linked with him and we signed him before he even played a game, I looked at scout reports on this guy. And yes, it's only scout reports. You don't really get a clue because you haven't really watched the player. But all his bad attributes have been things that he's been doing since he's been here. He hasn't changed. The little purple patch he went on was mainly built on the fact of Tuchel set up an elite defensive structure, and he had Thiago Silva, Rudiger playing out of his skin, Christensen playing out of his skin, Aspie playing out of his skin to protect them time after time again. Did he have some good performances? Yes. But the majority of
what cost him today though? What cost him today?
We're still overhyped. For example, the first goal from Gakpo, that should be a comfortable save. You shouldn't be allowing a player to kind of ghost in like that. If that's coming from any other goalkeeper, if that's coming from Ramsdale or Kepa or David De Gea, they're getting ridiculed consistently. No one's going to really talk about it because it's Mendy, and he was nominated for the Ashes. The second goal where he spills that shot. The second goal where he spills that shot. awful, and he does that where he punches his save out into the opposition player to tap in. Like
That I
he's a
agree.
terrible
I
goalkeeper.
agree.
It's so frustrating watching him in goal for Chelsea. He's part of the reason why our defense looks so bad. Koulibaly has been terrible.
Question. That
Yeah.
first goal, the first goal that we scored,
Yeah.
that's a defensive mistake. The back line should have.
True. No, true. I agree, but it's also a goalkeeping mistake as well. You should be doing better. I've played in goal. No player, no opposition player or opposition forward should be able to score on me like that. I've played in goal. That's terrible goalkeeping.
Hey, Igal, I told you. It's just for me watching the game. He was doing nothing for the entire game, and when he was called up for action in the 84th minute, 83rd minute, that's when things started to go downhill. And to be honest, like if I'm being totally honest, his biggest weakness is his concentration. That's his biggest weakness, and that cost him today. Not his actual ability to
You need that as a goalkeeper too. Concentrate.
His ability cost him today. Because what you've seen today is Mendy in a nutshell. Forget the fact of he was only busy near the end of the game. Those 2 goals he conceded is Mendy. That's how he gets exposed consistently. He's been doing that since he came to Chelsea, and he did that after the purple patch. Like this is Mendy. He did that when he was at Rennes as well.
He did, and I watched Saka because I really like Liga a lot actually, and he is speaking facts.
This is Mendy. This is who he is.
Especially in the big games. There were certain big games like the Coupe de France final against PSG a few years ago. He was like brilliant for that game. So in cup finals, I'll give him that for some reason he steps up. But there were a few games against like the derby against Monti where he made a few mistakes.
He never showed up against Arsenal once. So
yeah,
exactly.
So
like there are goals this guy has conceded that are very much savable. Look at his catalog at Chelsea.
Prime, I'm gonna have to move the topic on, but big up for that. Let's just go to USA Wales one more time quickly because Steve's a USA fan and he just wanted to say what he wanted to say quickly before we move on to predictions. But yeah, what are you saying, bro?
It's not much to say, bro. Bearhalter needs to fuck off. Just not a good enough manager. Seriously, bro. He doesn't realize when the game is when there needs to be a change. He's not a proactive manager. He's just not good enough, bro. Brings on fucking Jordan Morris, who's a fucking shit player in MLS, who Bearhalter's like, oh, I need a strong and fast guy. Guess what? Jordan Morris a few years ago blew out his fucking ACL, went to Swansea, completely flopped. He's an average MLS player, and he's not an attacking sub. Why is Giovanni Reyna probably our best player, technically speaking, like ability-wise and the ceiling that he has? He's our best player, above a Pulisic. I like Pulisic a lot, but Reyna, the kid's special. He didn't get any fucking time today off the bench when he needed a goal.
Hey, you lot are rude. Why are you lot laughing? You lot are rude.
You don't understand. Before he joined, I said word for word the exact thing. I said word for word the exact same thing.
Can I just ask a question? Yeah, this is for the US fans. Just quickly, I know we're talking about Reyna. Like, who else do you guys really have on the bench that can be a game changer? Because
he cut.
Oh boy,
I guess I'll answer it.
Bro, what the hell?
So
no, your connection disconnected. I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't either.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking you guys, the US fans, you lot will know the squad better. Like, apart from Reyna, who else could you really bring on, like, to change the game? Obviously, like England, we've got Rashford, Grealish. Like, who do you guys have apart from Reyna?
I mean, we had Aronson on the bench. He came on. We had.
That's a good sub, to be fair. That's a good sub. Brendan Aronson, Jordan Morris. No,
I heard Aronson was your new wonder kid. He's your new wonder kid.
Paxton Aronson. He also has a brother that just moved to Eintracht Frankfurt.
Oh my god!
One of the things that like everybody slates all the MLS players. I think the only MLS player that I get on with, Walker Zimmerman for me, I'd start Cameron Carter-Vickers personally. Just personal preference. Before his mistake, before Carter-Vickers even got in the picture, when he was 6 months into his loan at Celtic, I was already saying, hey, put this guy in the national team roster. Like, he needs to be in the squad. I've been saying it for a year and a half now. He needs to be in the squad, and he's just now started getting implemented back into the squad, and I think he should have been starting over Zimmerman. But
let me ask the US fans a question real quick. What are your expectations at this World Cup?
To finish bottom.
Okay, realistically, if you're optimistic,
He wanted to get out the group.
I'm
I want to
optimistic.
get out of the group.
Second place at best.
I think get out of the group. Hopefully, if we get something favorable and something happens to the Netherlands, you guys play England plays the Netherlands, and then we get Senegal, Ecuador, or Qatar. Whatever happens there would have been ideal, but I don't see that happening. I mean, Ecuador could surprise us all and win the group.
Please,
I mean, they look decent, but I mean,
bro, they played against the shittest team.
I know they did. But
bro,
did you see how bad those two teams were?
Bro,
Group A is the worst group. I will tell you that right now.
That was the worst opening game I've ever seen in my life.
It was 100%. It was terrible.
Quality was shockingly bad. And you think we've just beaten the toughest team in our group. The next two games are cakewalks.
The only thing with Ecuador, I'll say, they don't really concede. I'm not saying they'll attack-wise do anything to Netherlands, but if you look at their record, they rarely concede goals.
Okay, but my point is this: we have a good defense, and we can build up play. We have patterns of play. We can, when we have possession of the ball. You seen today in the last 10, 15 minutes, we can just switch it on and things come.
But Ecuador's fine with that.
No. But you might are overlooking the biggest thing though. Ecuador played against Qatar, who bribed them, and they still won.
That's the thing. Is Ecuador will let you play your game. They're going to let you play your game, and they're going to beat you on the counter. If they're going to beat you, it's going to be on the counter. They'll let you play your game.
But that's because we had De Ligt on one side and Blint on the other side. Like, that is the two worst.
What happened to Dumfries?
Oh, Dumfries today had a horror game. I can't lie. I don't know what happened to him. I was expecting last summer's performances, and it's the first game. I'll give him. He's never disappointed us, by the way. Like, this is a guy that's religiously played well for the national team at every point. So for me, I'll give him a bye. Today I'll allow you. The two guys I'm on their heads, Janssen, how dare you touch the starting 11, and De Ligt. I don't want to see that Dutch Maguire on that pitch anymore. Please, make way. Let Timber come.
Hey, Maguire played sick, man. Let's not do this.
Let's quickly do some predictions for tomorrow's games, right? So I'm just gonna start off with I'm gonna start off with the France-Australia game. What are we saying?
1-0. 1-0 France. I know everyone's thinking Australia is going to be some humbling defeat for them, but
who the hell is voting for Australia?
Nah, you know what? I think 1-0 France. I think it'll be one of them games.
Bro, it's a cooking session.
France had a couple of them games in their friendlies and in the qualifiers where they had to grind it out. They got like a last-minute goal. So I think it's one of them, 1-0 ones. And listen, every time I see Australia in that tournament, they always pull off one.
No, they don't say pull up. They'll score one goal in the tournament, like ooh, and then that's it.
And this could be the game. This could be the game. But I think, you know what? I'm gonna go 1-0 France, and I stick by it.
1-0, that is low. Nah. I feel like Deschamps is a horror man. He's a terrorist, isn't it? So let's be. They're not gonna score 3 or 4 as they should, but they're not. I think it'll be 2-0. I think it'll be a goal either half.
They're still good enough to get out the group. I'm looking at this game as Australia are lucky to get a 3-1 scoreline. Or 2-1, maybe 2-1. I'll go 2-1. 2-1 France.
I don't think they'll concede. I don't think who does Australia have that is scary on the attack.
No, it's not about Australia's attack.
Evan McLaren.
Ron Kual's pretty decent. Riley McGree. Jackson Irvine, goal scorer midfielder. That's really about it.
No, that's if you're giving Australia a chance. That's at best Australia get.
I mean, I'm going for 1-1.
See?
Aaron Moore.
Yeah, see?
Because I'm in the I think the World Cup curse is gonna apply again, so they gotta jump.
No. Hey.
No, but they're
you
good
see
enough
how-
to get out the group.
No,
They
no,
might
no,
not
no.
top the group,
Hey,
but they're
quick,
good enough to get out the
one
group.
thing. Hey, listen, guys. You see how Qatar was the first home nation to lose the opening game, and that was
Oh, that's
within
true.
the whole competition. Hey, this year, this World Cup is all about the end of curses, the end of records.
That's
France
true.
will progress. Let's not be foolish.
It's
so
not even
Netherlands
it's
first
not even
and
a
over.
foolish thing. It's just that like the previous games give me a lot of concern.
Mbappe.
But they were
Hat-trick.
friendlies, though. You really think they're gonna be playing their hearts out in friendly games? Like, I don't think
It's
so.
not a friendly
So-
though. The Nations League it's
Yo,
crucial
big up
for
Ilyas.
it's
He's going
crucial
to the
for
game
the
Oh no. The
Euro
Nations League, I
qualifier.
agree. No.
Yeah.
You know, like the friendlies is what I was talking about, but the Nations League game,
Sure.
I was worried about them because, like, even for example, England, they had a horrible Nations League group. But look
Yeah.
what they've done, you know what I'm saying? So
Look at the
tomorrow,
odds. 77% odds of winning.
they have to win, bro. They have to win.
For me,
I've seen them man concede to Luxembourg, bruv. I'm not listen. I'm telling you.
Okay, but
What's their group? Their group is dead. No,
It's Denmark and
it's Denmark and Tunisia.
let me tell you,
Denmark,
Yeah,
I'm
I think
gonna say this.
Tunisia could get a 1-0.
I'm saying this: Denmark are finishing top of that group.
Yeah, I got that.
I
I
think
agree.
everyone has Denmark finishing top of that group. Right
Yeah.
now.
No. France
Oh.
is top group. Denmark
No,
second.
but the thing is, Denmark beat them in qualifiers twice too.
Twice.
Okay, bro,
Who cares
bro.
about these qualifiers, man? France
Bro,
are
forget
gonna,
the bro,
France,
this is a World
France are
Cup,
gonna
you know.
bend over Australia and and spank them on anyway.
Crazy.
Bro,
Bro,
I'm
I hope
telling
you're
you,
right. I hope you're right. I just
Hey,
it's not
Gal,
about hoping.
please,
Bro, it's
Hey, God, let's
France.
not go
No,
off
this ain't. I don't
friendlies.
even. I don't.
All right, guys.
what's happening?
Don't lose track of what we're talking about though. We're talking about this game right here. Everyone has France winning and Steve has one draw. What's your scoreline? I'm sticking with my 2-1. I think France's defense has been shaky. If you guys don't know, they've been conceding to people who are less than Australia. Look at some of the teams they've been conceding to, right? Of course,
Who
Croatia,
cares? The nation leagues are
Austria,
friendly. Who
Bro.
cares?
Denmark.
no
They
Nations
conceded
League
to
is
Ivory Coast.
significant. To be
They
fair,
conceded to Ivory Coast.
Bro.
They conceded to Ukraine in qualifiers.
Hey,
They conceded to
pause.
Bosnia.
Bosnia.
We can do the exact same for England. Let's please cut the crap, man. Please, I'm tired. This is the actual World Cup. Please, like, relax.
It's a major tournament, man. And France
Okay,
are
okay.
dominant.
So what are we saying? And
How can you not 5-0?
Let's
put
go out there.
your money on the line right now.
5-0.
I'm going 2-1.
1-0.
2-0. I said 2-0.
I'm going to say early lead for Australia. I think they're going to get a goal. I think Aaron Moy is going to play the game of his life, and then France are going to end up scoring too late.
I forgot about Aaron Moyes. He's still at Huddersfield, isn't he?
I have no idea.
No, he's at
But then
Celtic.
he has one good game a year, and it's going to be
He's
this
at
one.
Celtic.
All right, people in the chat, let me know. Some people saying 3-0. Don't forget
got
to like the
1-1.
video.
I'll go 1-1.
What are you saying, Matt? Matt said 1-0.
1-0.
Gunner Souls?
5-0.
Boy.
And
Boy.
2-0
It's
for
the Saliba effect, isn't it?
2-0 for Monti.
Oh, wait, I forgot my guy. Let me
He's not gonna start. Guys.
Oh, now you want to revise your say this.
No, but listen.
Yeah.
No, on the serious note, I think you agree with me much. I said I said 1-0, you said 2-0. It's not gonna be that.
Oh no,
bad.
it won't be high scoring. It won't
But
be high
I
scoring.
cannot
what you
see
saying?
Australia
What you saying,
scoring.
Prime?
I can't see Australia scoring.
Prime.
Same.
I'm trying to find the France squad. I mean, it's
5 instead.
Australia, so
5 man.
they should still win. But the France squad is not really that good.
Bro, we're talking
3-1?
about Australia here. Why are we on this for so long? It's Australia, you know.
You know, France will win either way. Either like 2-0 or 3-1.
Do you guys not know what the France squad's gonna look like? Like you have no idea what the team's gonna look like.
I think they already announced.
I know
leaked
exactly.
the
I know
roster.
exactly. No, the team
This is what the team is scheduled to look like, ladies and gentlemen. It's scheduled to be Hugo Lloris, a back four of Hernandez, Konate, Varane.
See, I don't want Rabiot.
It's not going to be a back four. He's already said he's playing a 3.
Okay, so then you're just removing Rabiot and you're going with Chouameni and either Camavinga or Fofana.
Wait, did Konate go?
The front three is going to be the
Yeah,
same.
he did.
He did, yeah.
The front three is going to be the same. It's going to be all you're going to do is change it to a 4-3-3. I mean a 3-4-3.
All right, next game, Argentina, man. Let's go.
Let's go, Argentina. What we saying?
5-0.
I'm not gonna
This is
lie.
a-
This is the team where everyone needs to have their fantasy people ready and have everybody in their team ready to go. I don't know about you guys. What's your score prediction?
This is a cooking session.
Well, I'm
Messi-
gonna say now. I'm agreeing 4-5-0.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia's not scoring a goal in this group.
They're getting smoked, bro.
They're not scoring a goal.
Hey,
I'll
Messi.
go
Messi hat-trick.
3-1. 3-1.
I'll be
Messi
nice.
hat-trick.
Did y'all see what Roy Keane said about all the fans coming over?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the play.
Can they
with
play?
them. Cheeky bastard.
I know everyone says Messi, yeah, but do you know the player that everyone he's gonna like?
Lautaro Martinez.
Di
is
Maria.
the guy.
And Di Maria. Trust me.
Yeah.
And
Di
You
Maria.
know what I'm talking about. Di Maria.
Rude
He's,
Paul
got-
also.
he's cooking tomorrow. He's cooking
Rude
tomorrow.
Absolutely
also.
love Di Maria.
Lautaro Martinez in an Argentina shirt is brazy.
Yeah.
Bro,
I mean,
I
Lautaro
regret not
for-
putting him in my fantasy team, bro. I made the mistake and put Memphis Depay in my team.
Oh gosh.
Bro, he was never. He
Well,
wasn't
I
fit.
have
enough.
to
Why
buy,
would
bro.
you do that?
I got the pie in my fantasy team too. Great minds think
Bro,
alike.
he wasn't fit. We knew, I knew coming into the game, he
Yeah.
wasn't fit.
You know,
Bro, I
it
didn't
might
even
be
know
a little
who
bit
your
of bias, but
Bro,
I think Thiago
I didn't
Almada is
even know
going to
who
get
your
on the score
starting
sheet.
goalkeeper
But
was. If I show you my
He's
Thiago
gonna
video,
get the
Almada's
pitch.
sick, bro.
Don't be biased. He's not gonna touch the pitch.
he's
please.
not. He's not. But
He was
I
called
can
as a
dream.
replacement.
I
To
can
be
dream.
fair, if you were to start a game, if Thiago Almada were to start a game, it would be against Saudi Arabia, wouldn't it?
But
But
the
it's
issue is,
the opening
this
game.
is-
If it was like
it's
the
the
third
opening
game,
game,
it'd be
exactly.
different. But
Nah,
exactly.
not maybe.
it's the open. If Saudi Arabia was the third game, 100%. Amada, come touch minutes. Come touch minutes.
Half time 3-0. They're getting smoked tomorrow.
Bro,
Saturday.
they're getting cooked, man.
Yeah,
Messi
but-
hat trick incoming. Like it's one of them games.
I think
Messi
Messi scores
had
a
a
hat
hat-trick
trick.
in the World Cup.
Messi, I think hat trick.
Messi, I feel like
Has he ever had a
Messi-
hat trick in the World Cup?
Nah,
I don't
never.
think so.
But not
Never.
many players have.
Bro,
scored that.
Messi's never even scored a knockout goal.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah,
He's
true.
never scored a knockout goal. It's crazy.
Yo, let me show you guys how big of an L I took with my fantasy team. But before we do that, quickly, Argentina, what are you saying? What are you saying? Stateside,
I said 4-0.
Matt.
5-0.
What about you, Gunnar Souls?
Bismillah, there's gonna be a footballing session on display. Bismillah, you know Sheikh, you know who's there? Yeah, Sheikh Salman bin Abdullah is gonna get a footballing lesson. You know the king, you know the prince of a kingdom of Saudi Arabia is gonna be there to witness his team get beat. You know how bad, you know how much anger he's gonna have. Lord have mercy, bro. Lord give him sabr, bro. Give him patience.
Man,
Because
never even
that's
said a score.
embarrassing. Imagine being the monarch of your country, seeing your man them get those players are getting it after the game, bro. It's gonna be bad.
They're not gonna go home. The goalkeeper's card's gonna blow up. Oh my, yo, that's mad. Anyways, what's the score line, bro? You never even said it.
Well, what can it be? How high do you want to go?
5, 6.
You know what's so funny?
You know what it is? It's gonna be like
You know
World
what's
Cup
funny?
added
You know-
time. It's gonna be
you know what's
added
funny?
time. You're 14 goals.
Wait, I swear
Yeah.
they got smoked in a tournament before, Saudi
They
Arabia.
did.
What
That's
was
what-
it? Like 8 or 9?
Didn't
It was
Russia
no,
beat
no,
him
no, no. It
3-0?
was 5. It was 5. I think it was 5. Yeah, it was 5. It was 5. It was 5.
Boy.
But
Guy had a
listen.
3-minute
Do you know what's
soliloquy
funny?
and didn't give a
The
score.
lowest score that I can imagine is a 5-0. That's the lowest.
Bro, can I ask you guys a question? What was I doing not putting Lautaro Martinez in my team?
And you put Depay, you know, that's mad.
Yeah.
Listen,
that's-
just so you guys
Hey,
know,
to be fair, I know it's not FM
Just
points,
for
but when
full
he came off the
transparency,
bench, it was outstanding.
I took the biggest L. I put Netherlands backup keeper.
Oh, God.
Freaking Depay.
Oh,
I
but
put
hey,
Sergio.
hey,
And I
you know
put
what's funny?
I put a Qatar defender.
Gal. That's not our
Luckily,
backup.
luckily, I still saved myself with this.
Hey, listen. Gal, that's not our backup goalkeeper. That's our number one. But Van Gaal played our backup.
Why?
Yeah, he played the kid from Go Ahead Eagles. That goalkeeper,
Why?
I forget his
Yeah,
Why?
he played the backup. That's his. You know, that was his debut for the national.
Bro,
Why?
Bilio,
Why
why does
didn't he
Bilio
play
not
this
get a
guy?
game?
Explain to me why this guy didn't play.
I don't know, bro. I don't
Is he
know.
gonna play the next game?
He should play Ecuador. He should
Bilio
play.
should
Guess
be
what?
your
I already
starter.
subbed
He
it
just
off
kept
for the
the
other guy.
just kept a clean sheet. So can you really take him
Bilio
out?
should be your starter.
I don't know. He had a good game, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you did.
You,
yeah.
you
No,
guys
let's go
know
to time.
that you guys
Time,
know
what's
the
your
last
score?
time Saudi Arabia got battered was 4 years ago against Russia opening day 5-0.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
was
yeah.
it 5
God,
nil
Bro,
I forgot
4?
about
Bruh.
Yeah, that's 4 years ago. They don't tend to
And
get battered.
you know what killed me that day as well, yeah? You had Putin and you had the king of Saudi Arabia, both locking heads. I hate that was.
Brother, no,
Mad.
World War IV didn't
Bro.
happen, you know.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Since then, I'm looking at Saudi Arabia's games played, bro. They're playing nobodies. They're playing and they're getting draws against like Yemen and
A
friggin'
lot
Mali.
of one all,
Well,
0-0,
you say
1-0.
you say nobody's. They've played.
Bro, the biggest
Egypt.
win they've had. The biggest win they've had since 2019 is against North Korea. And they
They've played Egypt. They've played Japan, who's at the World Cup. They
If I
played
speak, I'll be
Australia,
in
who's at
trouble.
the
Let me
World
just
Cup.
keep my quiet.
They played Morocco, who's at the World Cup. They played Colombia. They played Ecuador.
Let's
Oh, no,
be
sorry,
real,
yeah.
Let's be real.
Venezuela,
I know we've got other
US.
games to talk about. This is a cooking session, yeah. It's whatever number you want to put on it, and then we can keep
Okay,
it
Prime,
moving.
what's your score prediction?
I agree. Argentina win. I don't think it'll be necessarily. I don't think it's going to be a cooking session. But I agree. Argentina will win. I'll say 3. 3 or 4.
I want to see if Saudi Arabia have improved in 4 years. Because the last time I saw them, they were horror. I want to see if they've improved. If they've improved,
Bro, they got
Matt-
a better
Matt
chance of
already
just
said
picking
his
players
score
out of the
is 10.
crowd.
Matt, what was your score again?
5-0.
5-0. Stateside, what was yours?
4-0.
Steve?
3-1.
Why do you always give everyone a goal?
Because they have to be at least somewhat decent if they're in the World Cup.
no.
But think about it, he also doesn't want World War IV to happen, innit?
Bro,
Aye,
you
aye,
fucking-
guys,
Qatar's in the World Cup.
Guys,
Qatar's in the World Cup by default
Because they
they're
hosted
the
it, yeah.
hosts. They could be
Yeah,
as
I
I mean,
shit
anybody
as
can
they
host
want.
it. It doesn't mean they're good.
Guys, have some timid for us because we need help.
Bro,
We need
Kazakhstan are going to be hosting the 2030
we need
World
people
Cup.
to
Are
fast
they any
for
good?
Canada.
No.
Yo, by the way, Monty, if you don't know, I have to denounce France because I'm Canadian, apparently.
Yeah, if you're Canadian, then you got to back your man, innit? Come on,
Yeah,
now.
apparently I'm no longer allowed to support France.
No, if
How
Canada
about
are
you
in the
just
World
Cup.
support
Cup,
both like I got Poland and the US.
no, but he's
Hey,
not French.
to be
though.
fair,
He's not
hey,
French,
I'm gonna
innit?
be shameless here. When the Netherlands got knocked out by Czech Republic in the last Euros, I immediately went to my English shirt. I swear to God.
I mean, I don't see a big deal if you're English and Dutch.
Nah,
There you go.
listen.
He was mad. I was on the show. Guys are calling me a disgrace. How dare you not support Canada? You can't be
Hey,
French.
wait, where's my phone? I actually have a good reason. Wait, let me. There's a.
Bro, if
there's a
Pakistan were good enough to get into the World Cup, man, we'll be repping them, innit?
Bro, if Somalia ever
There you
wins
go.
the World Cup,
5-0 losses.
Bro,
Give me
they
the
get
5-0
World
Give
Cup.
me-
losses.
Yeah,
Hey,
but Igal, I think it's different because, like, you don't have any sort of connection towards France.
no, the reason why I'm
Egal,
connected to France is
egal,
because that's how I
hey.
first got into football.
No. I mean, in terms of, like, for example, for
I
me,
thought you were French Canadian.
no,
That's
like
why
for
you
me,
said France.
I'm Nigerian, but I grew up in Ireland, so like I can support both. They
Yeah.
both won't be in the same World Cup. To be fair, they're both not going to be in the same World Cup anyway, so it'll make a difference that way to me. But like, I can support both nations.
Hey,
Because
Egal,
there's-
put me on
Well,
full screen.
let me
Egal,
just
put me on full
clarify
I
screen.
this
rep
right
the
now.
US.
Let me just
Put me
clarify
in
this
full
right
screen,
now.
put me in full
I'm
screen.
Canadian, but my whole entire life, Canada hasn't been good enough to get to a World Cup, so I've always supported France. And the reason why I've supported them, yes, there's also a Euros, World Cup. I can support them in both. And obviously in the Euros, obviously Arsenal and France are connected because that's how I got into football. So no matter what, I've always just supported France.
And also, a lot of French people live
Hey,
in
Egal,
Canada
put me on full
too.
screen. Put me on full screen. I want to share from something, yeah? I want to share from on my phone. This is a picture of me when I was like, what, 6 years old? 7?
In
like,
England stuff.
in English shirt, literally.
There you go.
Right? Man came into the country, knew zero English, and like first week put on an English shirt.
There
So
you
this
go.
is my pass to wear an English shirt.
You're an England fan. Boy,
no,
you
no,
just.
no, 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 no,
Oh, cool.
He
I
don't claim
was
them.
about to say, you love suffering, man. Wow.
He
no,
don't
no, no,
claim
no, no.
them. He
Listen.
claims Netherlands, but the moment Netherlands out, he's English.
I
Oh.
rotate.
Netherlands and England. Wow, suffering.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways,
Bro, imagine having the
Guys,
USA and fucking
let's
Poland.
end
as
it
your
off.
two-
Let's end it off with the final 2 games predictions. We'll do them together. So the first one is Denmark, Tunisia, and Mexico, Poland. I think both games deserve their respect to be spoken about.
Okay, Denmark, Tunisia will be a closer game than what people think because Tunisia, especially in the last
Defensively, they're
AFCON,
good.
bro, they are good. They are very
Ballers.
good.
Defensively, they're very, yeah.
They're
Absolutely.
a class side. Like I can't lie. Like Denmark,
Wabi
if they
Kazri.
Supporting a nation which you have no connection to.
low key. Like you need to have some. you
No,
have to
but
have
how much people support Brazil because they like the way they play?
exactly.
How much people support Argentina because Messi's their favorite player?
Exactly.
Like
No.
you know what I'm
Messi
saying?
is my favorite, but England first, isn't it, bro? Come on now, it's coming home. Messi can cry later, right? But if England are out, then
Bro,
Messi.
I don't think you guys understand. There's so many nations in this world that are never gonna get to an international tournament, and those people
No,
love
what
football.
they do,
They
when
connect
they do,
themselves
if
with
like Patrick
Fiji.
Sang get to the World Cup, bro, I am repping him to the world and back, bro. It's going to Pakistan.
Exactly.
He's coming
Well,
home.
Egal. To that, let me say something here. To those people, pick whatever country you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like, how many people, bro? I'm in Qatar right now. Yeah, honestly, not even joking. We've seen it on TikTok. I've seen it in real life. Hella Brazilian and Argentina fans are not Brazil or Argentina fans. They're
They're from
Indians,
India.
They're from India, Bangladesh,
Because they're football fans.
they love Neymar, they love Messi. You know what I'm saying, but there's a big however. Yeah, when you are us, all of us here,
Yeah.
we all have a connection to one country that always plays in a World Cup. You damn better pick that country that you're supporting. You know,
Not me.
100%.
Not me.
Yeah, but Canada are in it, aren't they?
Canada here now, so you have no excuse.
Yeah,
Canada's your
it's
number
true.
one.
Yeah, you have
Go,
So I have to denounce France?
You have to.
How about you just support both? How about you?
No,
just
how
No.
about this? How about this?
No.
How about this?
no.
He has to support Canada first.
How about
I
this?
bet.
How about this?
Hey, to everyone.
I mean, it won't be
watching
long.
this-
They're going out in the group, but
Nah,
to
how
everyone
about this?
watching this
Canada
live,
ain't going out in
everyone.
the group. They're gonna be the best team out of all.
How
of them.
about this? How
To
about this?
Hey, boys.
about
We need to understand this. Everyone watching this live, clip this. Remember this. A girl must rock Canada jersey in this World Cup. If he doesn't, I don't want to hear him go. Oh, I'm going to
I don't know where I'm
Toronto,
gonna find
Edmonton.
one.
I'm good,
I'll buy
have
you
to-
one for Christmas, he got.
bro. But you have to buy one, bro. How are you Canadian and you don't have your national team jersey? Even if they're shit, have it, man.
Yeah, even go get a retro £10 one. It don't matter.
Bro,
which one you
get a.
Where am I gonna find the retro £10 one?
Ego,
No,
I'll
I'm
buy
just
you a
saying,
Canada
just go
shirt.
find one,
I'll
like,
buy
it
you a
don't matter.
Canada
Bro,
shirt.
even
DM me
where?
hey,
fucking address.
it doesn't
You
even have to be the official kit. It could be them, you know, them fake World Cup ones. That just says World Cup 22.
Just say Canada in big letters. Them.
Listen, I've been getting roasted for this for the last couple months now. I'm gonna just keep this simple. It's very simple, okay? I'm a football fan who got into football by watching the World Cup, and I have an affinity to France, and I'll forever have that affinity to France.
You're
It
not
doesn't mean
French, man.
it doesn't mean I'm French, but in the same stand, I've always watched them. I've always liked them, so I'm always gonna support them.
Hey,
Canada's
I'm so sorry.
Canada's my birth country, so I'm gonna have to
Your
support them too.
country is now in a World Cup. Pull your
You have
socks
to,
up
man. You
and
got-
go
For the
get a
first
jersey.
time since
Listen, I'm not
1986.
Guys, don't get me wrong. I've never known what it felt like, and this is kind of weird. And I honestly don't think I'm the only person who's ever gone through this.
No, bro. You got to tell France to fuck themselves right now because you're a
Igal,
Canadian.
I get what you mean. Igal, I do get what you mean, right? Like, for example, the last Euros that came, obviously Ireland won in it, so I didn't have anyone to back. So I backed Italy, and they ended up winning. But if Ireland were there, I'd have to rep them until they get knocked out.
Yes, exactly.
You have
Okay,
to, same
but
way with
understand-
Gunnar
You have to
Scholes.
lose.
Understand that I repped France my whole entire life, like they were my
I
country.
know.
It doesn't mean
But
they
bro,
are my
that's
country.
because Canada wasn't in a major tournament.
No, Igal, I know, and I hear what you're saying, but now that Canada's here, until Canada
You
get
have
knocked
to back
out, whether
them
it's in
until
this
they're
group
out.
or around the 16, until Canada are gone, you have to back them.
Yeah, no, no. But there's an addition
Bro,
to that. You
bro,
can't
I
be
don't
nice
hear
to
it.
France. You can't be. It's the same way. Yeah, I know I rep Messi in it, but I'm not being nice to Messi in this World Cup until England are out. Messi's
Thank
my enemy
you.
right now.
Bro,
If
I
you
can't
agree,
wait-
it's not
if
coming
my
home.
can't
Then.
wait
if
till
my country
Canada
were
plays
there,
France
if
in
my
the
country were there,
knockout.
100%, I'm wearing that Zimbabwean shirt, mate. Before
Just
Thank
handle
England.
it, bro.
you.
And the
Thank you.
scarf, everything, 100%.
Bro,
Okay,
exactly.
Igal, let me ask this: if some Somalia were in this World Cup, would you back them over France?
Of course.
It's
What?
the same thing. Same thing.
Same with Canada,
Bro,
bro.
but I'm not saying I won't back Canada. I'm just saying I
You
don't know
don't
what
have
to
a
do.
kit, bro. You don't have the Canadian kit.
No,
This year
forget
the
not having.
Somalian
It
Canadian
doesn't.
one?
kit is because I
No,
can't
forget
find
that.
one in this fucking
If you
country.
don't listen, if you don't have the kit, that doesn't matter. You shouldn't be made fun of for that. It doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
should
yeah,
No,
mine.
I love trolling Igal. He's my listen, me and Igal, listen, that's my bro, man. You know what I'm saying? But I like to cook him sometimes because he needs to understand it. We had the talk about, I know this is the World Cup thing, but I'll bring it back and then bring it back. I was cooking you for time because Arsenal are in the title race. He still doesn't want to admit it.
They
Now
are.
I'm cooking you. Shut up, man. Shut up. We're not starting this. Anyways, now Canada's in the World Cup. I better see you in the Canadian, some sort of Canadian. It could be a Canadian Premier League team,
Davies shirt, bro. Like,
bro. It could
Wallahi,
anything
you know what
to
I'm
do
gonna
with
do?
Canada.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a Canada kit. I'm gonna get a France kit. I'm gonna take a picture of both and I'm gonna post it both. And wallahi,
Thank you.
care
I
if
don't
get
mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind.
I
I
don't
don't
care if I
mind.
get cooked.
As long
Anyways,
as there
guys,
is
we
some
gotta wrap this
Canadian
up.
exactly. Who
information.
gives a fuck? Look at all
We
the
gotta
shit.
we gotta wrap this up.
background.
We gotta wrap this up. But big up to the 2 Americans who came through. Let's also everyone else who come through. Before we go, we still need to give our predictions. So Tunisia, Denmark. I'm going with Denmark. 2-0 victory. I think it's going to be a close game, but it's going to end off with Denmark being too much for them, similar to the Netherlands game today with Senegal. And then the Mexico-Poland. Mexico just have this thing where they just get through group stages of World Cups, and Poland are pretty much flops when it comes to World Cups.
Yep.
So no disrespect to any Polish fans that are watching this, but your team internationally has one of the best strikers, but hasn't been able to give him enough service to actually bang in the goals on an international stage. So
It's a really long way of saying we're fucking shitting over reliant on a 30-year-old striker, but fair enough.
There you go. And you're Polish. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Go ahead, talk to me, bro.
Yeah.
Poland, Mexico. What are you saying?
It's gonna be a 2-0 Mexico, man.
There you go. What are you saying? Denmark, Tunisia.
Oh, I'll go 1-0 for that. I'll go 1-0 Denmark. I think.
All right, Matt, you look like you're about to fall asleep, bro. What are you saying?
No. I was listening to your score. I'm thinking, you know what? I think 2-0 Denmark, like you. The Mexico one, I don't know. I think like 2-1. But I'm excited to see the goalkeeper because people that know these tournaments,
Guillermo Ochoa.
he just always comes alive in World
Yep.
Cups. That's the only time I ever see him, and he's phenomenal. That's all I'm looking forward to. But yeah, I'm gonna say 2-1 Mexico. So I'm writing down these scores to laugh at people, mate.
Okay, yo,
I'll
have you on
receipts,
tomorrow.
fair
Tell
enough.
us what our scores were. Stateside footy, bro. You're welcome on whenever, man. I do these shows at 11 o'clock every night for the World Cup. Hopefully, what are you saying? What's your score predictions for the last 2 games?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me. I definitely want to do this again. Denmark, Tunisia, I'm going 2-0 again. I think Denmark's going to handle it pretty easily. I don't think the scoreline is going to reflect how one-sided it is at 2-0. I think that will be a compliment to Tunisia. And then Mexico, Poland, you said it yourself. They always make it through the group stage. Since the U.S. hosted in, I think, 94, they have gotten out of the group stage every time and gotten eliminated from the round of 16 every single time. And that is my prediction for Mexico already. I've already predicted they're going into the round of 16 and getting kicked out immediately. I don't even know I can't even remember who they would face, but they're going to lose.
They would if they finished second, which is most likely, they would play the likes of Denmark or France or one of those. Something like that. I have it in my bracket as them losing to Denmark, for example, in the round of 16, probably like 3-0.
So bro, I didn't get your score. Repeat it one more time.
Mexico, Poland, I'm going 2-1.
2.
Okay.
To Mexico.
You got that, my guy, Matt.
Jesus.
Matt, you got that written down, right?
So yeah, he just said 2-1. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you give your other score also, Argentina?
Yeah, I said Argentina, Saudi Arabia. I said 4-0.
Okay. And what was the Tunisia one?
I said 2-1 for that one as well.
All right. What are you saying, my guy, Monty?
Argentina, Saudi Arabia, 4-0. Mexico, I think. Oh,
Put me out of my misery, bro. Let's do it.
nah, I think it'll be a draw still. I think it'll be a draw. 1-1. Go 1-1.
Bro.
Nah, I
Give
think
me
it'll
some
be a draw.
false hope.
Denmark, Tunisia. I think Denmark got that 2-0. Yeah, 2-0, 2-0. And then finally, the game that I'll be going to, France, Australia, I think it'll be 2-0 again.
Oh, you're gonna be in that France game. That's lit. Prime, what are you saying? And then we're gonna end off with Gutter Souls. Prime's not there. Okay.
What game? Sorry.
Denmark, Tunisia, and Mexico, Poland.
2-1 Denmark, 1-1 Mexico, Poland.
What about you, Gunnar Souls, to finish us off?
Yeah, like I said, the Saudi Argentina game, man, it's gonna be like the added time in the World Cup, 14-0. Let's just go with it. Big time cooking. Then you look at the Mexico. I mean, it's gonna be Irving Lozano, and it's gonna light up. I think he's gonna be that that unforgotten star boy. So I think he's gonna light up the World Cup in the group stages. So I'm gonna go 3-0. And
we're Alexi Vega. Vega could be.
And it's Denmark, Tunisia. Yeah. I mean, Granny Xhaka, innit? Granny Xhaka's on fire right now, bro. He's like just behind. Yeah. Oh shit! Wrong team. I don't know why.
He's Switzerland, bro.
That's a moment. You can clip that. Okay. Go for it.
What a stinker! What a stinker.
You know what? I don't know. Yeah.
That is Mendy's concentration right there.
What? Why? What did he say?
Granit Xhaka, like we were talking about Arsenal.
No, it's cool. Xhaka's been Arsenal's best player of the season, man. Pick it up.
I don't. No. You did all right. You prime as a clock. Anyways, yeah, 1-0.
But I didn't know what you said, so that's why I'm asking.
He mentioned him in these games as if he was playing.
Yeah, I got mixed up in it.
Ego, what did you say for Argentina?
Argentina 3-0.
3-0. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the dead Granit Xhaka, the Højbjerg.
I'm going Denmark to win 2-0. Mexico to get a 2-0 victory also. Yeah, I've gone Saudi Arabia, Argentina. I think I went 3-0. Did I say 3-0? And then Australia.
3-0, yeah.
I went 2-1 France, Australia. But yeah, that's it for now. We'll be back tomorrow with another version of this show, hopefully at 11 p.m. Maybe a different panel, slightly different, but hopefully everyone has a great day. We'll be trying to do this throughout the World Cup. I realize watch-alongs is not going to work, ladies and gentlemen. I can't do watch-alongs for every game, and sometimes even watch-alongs can get kind of tedious. But yeah, these night shows are a little bit more fun, and it's more fun talking about all the games than just one game. But yeah, you guys have yourselves a good one. Big up Sean in the chat. Big up Prime every single time. Big up to everyone who liked the video. Hopefully all you guys like the video yourselves and have yourselves a good one.